You think people are watching you, judging you, noticing every move you make, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you live your life. You think they remember it all, but they don't, because they're too busy thinking about themselves, just like you are. Think about it. How often do you actually sit and think about someone else's life? Not much, maybe for a moment. Then you go back to your own thoughts, your own problems, your own worries, and everyone else is doing the same. The person you're trying to impress, they're worried about their own image. The crowd you feel judged by, they're judging themselves. No one is sitting there analyzing your life. No one is paying that much attention. And that truth might feel uncomfortable at first, because it means you're not as important as you thought. But look deeper. That's not a weakness. That's freedom. Because if no one cares, then you're free. Free to try, free to fail, free to look stupid, free to start again, without the weight of judgment, without the fear of embarrassment, without the pressure to be perfect. Think about how much you hold yourself back, just because of what people might think. The ideas you never shared, the words you never said, the chances you never took, all because of people who were never really watching. And that's the trap. You build a prison inside your own mind, and you call it other people's opinions. But those people are not even thinking about you. They're living their own lives, fighting their own battles, dealing with their own insecurities. And just like you, they think everyone is watching them too. It's almost funny. Everyone feels watched, but no one is actually watching. Everyone feels judged, but everyone is busy judging themselves. So what are you really afraid of? A thought, a moment, a passing opinion that disappears in seconds? Because that's all it is. People notice and then they forget, just like you do. But you remember, you hold on to it, you replay it in your head, you turn a small moment into a permanent fear. And slowly, that fear starts controlling your life. You stop taking risks, you stop expressing yourself, you start playing safe. Not because you want to, but because you're afraid. Afraid of people who are not even paying attention. And that's where you lose, not to others, but to your own mind. So what happens when you finally understand the truth? When it finally clicks, when no one cares as much as you think, something changes. The pressure disappears, the fear becomes smaller, the hesitation fades, and suddenly you feel lighter. Not because life got easier, but because you stopped making it harder. You stop waiting for approval, you stop asking for permission, you stop trying to be perfect. And you start living, you start doing things, not because they look good, but because they feel right. You start making moves, not for attention, but for progress. You stop performing and you start becoming. And that's real power. Not being seen by everyone, but not needing to be seen at all. Not being praised, but not needing validation. Not being perfect, but being real. Because when you let go of their opinions, you finally hear your own. And your voice has been waiting for a long time. Waiting for you to listen, waiting for you to act, waiting for you to stop hiding. So ask yourself, what would you do if you truly believed that no one cares? Would you start that thing? Would you take that risk? Would you finally be yourself? Because nothing is actually stopping you, except the idea that someone is watching. But they're not. And once you accept that, everything opens up. You walk differently. You think differently. You act differently. Not because the world's changed, but because you did. And that's when you realize the freedom you're looking for was always there. You just couldn't see it because you're too busy looking at others. Now, look at yourself, not with fear, not with doubt, but with honesty. And move. Try, fail, learn, grow without asking what will they think, because they're not thinking about you. And that is your power.